Someone explain to me why this looks like a chicken nugget. It does. But welcome to episode 12 of the Dream Park series. Now, if you didn't watch the last episode, we are getting very, very close to finishing this ride. It has turned out freaking epic, and I can't wait to finish it. And you can see over there what we did in the last episode was built some fossilized trees. Yeah. Actually, you guys were telling me that fossilized trees were a thing, and I had no idea about that. How the freak does a fossilized tree become a fossilized tree? Can you grow a fossilized tree? I also just want to show you guys this. It's a little thing, but when I showed you guys it before, it was a lot more brighter, and that was because I forgot to delete the light orb. That was helping me see when I was building. So yeah, this is what it actually looks like, and oh my days, that's really loud. The station is so loud. But yeah, I really like this. It adds much more of a cave feel to it, if that makes sense, and it's really hard to walk here. But look at this. Yeah, I really like this. But all we need to do now is really build a few more fossils, a restaurant and supports, and then we're done. That's all we need to do now, and today, what we're going to be doing is the restaurant. I've actually drawn up this little plan right here, which is like right here. Now, right here, we're going to have all of this to be the canyon terrain, yeah. Then we're going to have the restaurant sitting right here. I've chosen a pretty cool reference image to go off of, and yeah, once again, it's blurry. What a surprise. But I think this sort of building will look quite nice with a little overhang. But I feel like that building will separate itself nicely from the buildings that we've already built. But yeah, that's where the restaurant's going to go, and I also want a tiny bit of space. I don't know if this is going to be possible, but I would like, ideally, some space right here to add maybe like a gift shop or just something. Maybe like just another popcorn stand or something right here. But yes, like just something there would be nice. I don't know if we'll get around to that today. And right down here, you might be able to tell what this is. It is a fossil. You might be like, bro, we have to build another fossil? There's going to be about 50 trillion. Now, don't worry, I have a cool plan for this. I think we should be able to be alright if we just use this, because you don't see it on the ride, really. You see the mouth and that's about it. But I think it'll look great if we use it down here, and we can have a part of it go under in the ground and then the tail pop out, just to make it look a bit different from the one up here, so they don't look identical. And then we can also connect this path up right here to that grey path right there. I hope that makes sense. I think it does. And before we get into the building, I don't think I've actually shown you guys this, but I went over all the roofs in this area here, and I added the plank details to all the roofs just to give them a little bit more detail and depth. Let me know what you think. I think it looks a lot better than just the planned blocks. Bland. Yes, blocks. But let's stop yapping and let's get building. First of all, we need to build a terrain. So let's hop into a little time lapse. Let's get it.
Here we go. You're easy to remember, so hard to forget. And that baby is a coward strut. How could I not worship every inch your feet have touched? Baby, run away with me. You kill it lonely. You make my eyes unsee. All the crazy. You make my heart believe. There's only one.
Alright, and an hour later, this is what it's looking like. We placed down all the terrain. It's nothing crazy, it's just all flat. The only piece that is this. The arch right here that I just thought would be cool. Just to have an arch here, I don't know. It also could act as a second entrance into this area. We could just copy and paste that sign all the way over there. So I might see how that looks in a bit. But while I was building this, I think Keck right there is suggested that I should put a circus right here. Not circus, what's it called? A carousel, yes. Why did circus wheel come to mind? No, a carousel, that's what they're called. Because they have, horses. And because we're building a western, horses, western, they're both basically the same thing. And yeah, I thought that was a pretty cool idea. I think it looks great, and I think instead of just having it plonked here, we're gonna build it so there's a whole bunch of terrain around it. Maybe, I know I did say that I was gonna build a fossil here, but maybe we could have the fossil tail coming out the top here. Maybe. I don't think we will. I think we'll just have the head of the fossil here and the tail right here. But we can just cover this over in some rocks, make it look like it's hidden underground or something. Something along those lines. I don't know what we'll do just yet, but I'll cook something out. Bro, there's already people on it. Hello. Anyway, over here is gonna be the restaurant. We're gonna have stairs that lead up to it. I actually thought it'd be quite nice for it to be elevated, and it's not just on the same level as these two buildings. And the building that'll probably look similar to this will sit right here. What are we gonna sell there? I have no idea, but probably fish and chips. That sounds about right. Am I right? I did try and leave a bit of space here for buildings, but I wanted a restaurant there, and the restaurant's already squeezed in enough. So now if I squish it more, it'll just look really odd. So I think we're just gonna scrap the building idea and just expand these paths out. And I think what we'll do is maybe we can just have a few of these, like, I don't know, trolley things, stands, yeah? Maybe like just one here, and they're selling food. But yeah, let's get started on building this restaurant. Don't mind the fireworks show. It's been set off about 1 trillion times already, man. I really need to set it so I can only set it off. It's so loud. Just need to continue the stairs down right here. There we go, something like that. Now all I need to do is just clean up this terrain, which shouldn't be too difficult. I'm sure that's gonna backfire on me. Alright, so there we go. I've tidied up the terrain a bit and have it going around the building just a tiny bit. So let's actually get started on building this building. Now, this is going to be a pretty big process, so I do apologize if I don't talk about something that I just built, and as it's just because I'm concentrating. So yeah, let's just get straight to it. And this is the basic shape of this restaurant. I really love how it's looking so far, so I can't wait to see how it looks at the end. So I think to start this off, we just need to find a color that we'd like. So we could try blue. Yeah, I think we're going to leave it like that for now. We can obviously have the same color brown for the roofs. Now I'm just going to do all the fancy like trimmings and details for all of these fancy bits and bobs here. So I'll see you when I've done that. And a few minutes later, this is what it's looking like. All I did was added some fences and some support beams, and I really do love how this is looking. I think the blue is quite a nice color, so I think I'll stick with it. I don't think I showed you this, but I did a little bit more detail to the sign right here, adding in these weird, just like what texture is this? Limestone cylinders just going up the cylinder, the support beam. I definitely need to do some more on this top bit of the sign, but I'll just be doing that off camera. I also added a border going around the sign, and I just think that this looks really cool. Way better than it did when you guys last saw it. And not only that, I don't know if I also mentioned that I changed how this looks during the time lapse as well. The little, I don't know what we call this, DJ stadium concert thing with Bobberoonie, the fireworks show building. I just made it look like, you know, to fit in with the Western style. The same grey colour that is used on these buildings over here, and I think it fits in a lot better. But yeah, I think it's time to add some details on the exterior of this building. The first one being the sign. I want it to say fish and chips. So for this, we're once again going to have to go to themeparktycoon.com, which is of course the workshop, and we're going to have to get the letter kit. This is absolutely amazing, and all we're going to need to grab is the I-S-N-C-H-I-P, and of course S. Spell fish and chips, of course. Cassidy's having a go at me. Apparently this drunk is actually it is floating. Oh my, I didn't even realize that. Yeah, let me fix that real quick. No, I just deleted it! Are you serious, bro? I spent 3 hours building that drum kit on stream and I deleted it. How I went to just copy it and delete it. Bro! Oh, that's 3 hours down the drain. Oh my days. That sucks. Did I not press shift or something? Oh, I'm sorry. Don't L me. Alright, and just like that, we put the sign in and deleted our drum kit. So what I think I'm gonna do now is just grab the windows from the other buildings and place them in here just like this. Alright, and there we go. There are the windows in. I might add some on the sides actually, but I'll save that for later on, because right now I want to work on the interior of this place. It's looking a bit dark right now, but there we go. So yeah, I'm just gonna get started on that, and I'll update you guys every now and then when I feel like I've done enough to update you guys on. So yeah, see you in a minute. I've added a few lights in and a menu. I've actually tried to make it so it looks like a real menu with what the food actually is and the prices on the side. I think nobody will notice it, but I think it looks pretty cool. But when it comes to the interior, I still have not done anything. So I'm gonna do the stairs right now. I actually really like that. Now I just need to add a little bit of detail on it. So I'll see you in a second. There we go. I love how that looks. Oh, that looks so cool. I'm gonna add a few more details in, and I'll meet you when I'm gonna build the chairs and tables. Alright, a few minutes later, we've added some supports in on both floors, and this is how the bordering area will sort of look. We've got this part here where we stand, and then we have this part here where the staff will stand. And I just add this door which goes to nowhere. Just act as if it's like storage and stuff like that. So now it's time to build the tables and chairs. All we need to do is just make one set of chairs and tables, and then we can copy and paste them. So it really shouldn't be a problem. Alright, I think that should be quite good for a table. Add the little napkins. One right there, and then one right there. Then we of course need to paint them. So like that, that's the napkins. And then of course the plates like that. And I think that's the table done. Pretty simple, but it gets the job done. And now we just need to make the chairs, which also shouldn't be too difficult if we just lower that. And actually something like this isn't too bad whatsoever. And there we go, that is the chair done. So all we need to do now is just select all of it, flip it around on the other side, and I'll actually make it a tiny bit wonky so they actually feel used. So I'm just going to place these around the restaurant, and there we go, and I love how they look. We've got some on the balcony, we've got some inside, and on the first floor as well. I think it's time to add some lights in, add some decoration, and finish this place up right here. So I'll see you when we've done all of that. Alright, it is the next day, my park is loading in right now. So let me show you around. First of all, we got these stairs, and we've got the menu right here. We walk through into here, and then we have the bar. I guess you'll call this place where you'd order. So we've got a menu up here, and a fridge, oven, and a fryer, which I yoinked from my food trailers that I've been making on stream with you guys. As you can see right here, there's some slushy machines, and there's some fryers and some chips. And I thought that would be perfect since this is a fish and chip shop. Then here are the table and chairs. We've just got them dotted around the place. I also added windows on the inside of the building because I did think it was a bit odd how they're on the outside but not the inside. Then the upstairs isn't anything crazy. I also added some bins, so, you know, you can throw your trash away or your food away. This looks freaking fantastic. I really love how this turned out. One thing that I have forgotten is actually adding all the detail planks on the wall. I can't believe I forgot that. I don't know what I mean. On all the other buildings that we've built, we've added these little diagonal planks right here, and it just adds that little bit of depth to the building, and I need to add that to this entire building. But before I do that, I want to change it up a bit and start working on our fossil, which, like I mentioned, I think I'm just going to yoink the fossil that we built a couple of episodes ago, ahead of it at least, right here. So yeah, I think I'm just going to use this, and now all we need to do is just build, like, the neck piece, maybe a tiny, like, one piece of the rib cage going into the ground, and then a tail sticking up out of the ground. So yeah, shall we head into a little bit of a time lapse? Let's go!
Don't stop. In your eyes, I see a fire lighting up as we're getting away. There's no going back, and I'm loving the taste of where you go. I follow. We're not giving up, never hitting the brakes. There's no going back, and I'm loving the chase. We're not giving up, never hitting the brakes. There's no going back, and I'm loving the chase. I can hear my every heartbeat. I can feel the blood rush through my veins. You know. Somewhere in the distance, the sun's coming up. Everything is blurry, the trees flashing by my side. We're far ahead. The horizon never seems so close. The sky is red. We're not out of the woods yet, you know. Don't stop. In your eyes, I see a fire lighting up as we're getting away. There's no going back, and I'm loving the chase.
And finally, we have basically finished everything here. I got a bit carried away. I logged in and we built everything that I wanted to build here. So let me show you everything. So, of course, we have the fossil right here. It's not floating. I added some terrain underneath it. And I also added its neck right here, a tiny bit of the ribcage right there. And also an exposed ribcage right here, which helps it sort of link this head up to the tail right here. And the tail, actually, while building this, someone who goes by the username Dylan, they joined the game and they were like, yo, you should have the tail go around the carousel. So I did that, and yeah, it looks pretty cool, so I'm keeping it. It looks way better than just a boring tail poking out the ground. Also, whenever you're building fossils, I really like to add these pieces. When you have two bits poking out the ground like this, you have this bit going in, then this part going out. Just this middle bit in between just makes it connect both the fossils really nicely. So if you're building your own fossil, give that a try. Also, am I losing my voice? I feel like I am. But talking about the carousel, I love this. I've never built a flat ride properly. I've always just whacked one in and called it a day. Never properly tried to theme it, decorate it. I've always wanted to, but I've never really done that before. And I think this looks freaking fire. I was going to have this a square, seeing as the carousel is a square. But Gut right here, Gut Official, was telling me how to make it look a lot better by making it a circle. And I was like, yep, that just looks fire. So a big thank you to Gut, because without them, this flat ride would have looked a lot different. I just added a fence going around the entire thing, and yeah, I think it looks fantastic. I actually really like the carousel. If you guys have a cool name for the carousel, please leave your... I'm really losing my voice. Please leave your name suggestion in the comments down below. I think this side will have entrance on it. I don't know why I didn't just put the words entrance on it. I'll do that in a second. I do apologize, guys, about my croaky voice. I feel fine, but it doesn't sound like it. But yeah, that's basically everything here. I also will add some details here off camera. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I really enjoyed building this. If you did enjoy, please do subscribe. We're coming up to 20,000 subscribers. When we do hit 20,000, I'm doing a 24-hour stream. Let's freaking go. And yeah, see ya! That might be why I'm losing my voice. Maybe I should stop screaming at the end of every outro. Oh well.